Hello everyone, welcome to Vysh's YouTube channel and to the series of ethics. And we are in the episode 4 of ethics. We are done with 3 episodes. If you have not seen them, go to the playlist of ethics in the Vysh's YouTube channel and watch those 3 episodes as well. Apart from ethics, there are a number of series. Like there are many series which are going on in the YouTube channel which are available free on the channel. Actually, these are all the part of the paid courses, but we are making you available for free. If you are not giving the proper feedback on these videos, we will only give it to the future paid courses. So putting this in mind, please subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed yet, and like and share with your friends who are in need of it, and also comment with the feedback about how you feel about this all series. And one more thing, sir has started motivational video series in which sir is motivating. Sir will give lots of motivation through which you can boost your energy. So watch them and like them too, because prelims is coming very near. It is very nearer. If you are seeing those motivational videos, you will really boost up your energy. So now let's start today's video. In the last class, we were actually started discussing the relation of ethics with different terms like social norms, morality, and etc. In today's class, we are going to discuss the relation of ethics with religion. So, ethics versus religion is what we have going to learn today. So, we can say there is a strong relationship between the ethics and religion, because ethics is derived from the philosophy of religion. So, religion will have strong influence on the philosophy of ethics. See, when society has evolved, social norms have evolved. Because of the social norms, religion has evolved. Through religious philosophy, ethics has evolved. So, ethics' birth can be traced back to the religious philosophy and to the social norms. So, we can say that ethics has strong relation with the religion. And when you go to ancient India, like when you study about ancient India, you will come across these terms like Vedas, Upanishads, Mahabharata, and Ramayana and Gita. They're all are actually the source of ethics. These are the religious philosophies which are the sources of ethics. Many of the ethical values have derived from these particular religious philosophies. For example, you can say the concept of Satyameva Jayate. Satyameva Jayate is nothing but truth always wins. This is the concept which is taken from religious philosophies. So this is also a part of an ethical value. And coming to Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, that is the national integration. This is also a ethical value. And Nishkhan Karma, adherence to truth, Ramarajya, that is good governance. These are all part of the ethical values which are derived from the religious philosophies. So we can say that there is a strong relationship between these both terms. And we can see here lot more examples. There are some religious practices which are ethical in nature. For example, when you go to Hinduism, there is a concept of Satyameva Jayate, that is truth always wins. The concept of peace loving, being plural and inclusive. So these all are the ethical values which are derived from the religious values, that is the from Hinduism. In the Vedic philosophy, it speaks about human should be good. So even ethics speaks about the highest good of the human. So the main aim of the ethics is itself the summum bonum. So it is derived from the Vedic philosophy. And Mahabharata speak about righteousness, which is also an ethical value. Ramayana speaks about Ramarajya, that is good governance, that is also an ethical value. Gita speaks about Nishkhan Karma. Buddhism speaks about compassion, duty, selflessness, social ethics. These are all the ethical values. And Jainism speaks about right faith, right knowledge, and right conduct. These are all again the ethical values. Christians speak about, like the religion of Christians speaks about forgiveness, non-violence, and compassion. These are all the ethical values. And Islam speaks about equality and helping others. So these are all the part of the ethical values. These ethical values have actually derived from the particular religious philosophies. So we can say there is a strong relationship between them. In spite of having so much relation. In spite of ethics being derived from the religion, there are some differences between the ethics and religion. Let us learn those differences now. Ethics is based on the reasoning and logic. It is based on the critical thinking, whereas religion will be merely based on the faith. There are certain religious philosophies or religious principles that belongs to faith, but they are not derived. They are not considered as ethical because they are not logical in nature. For example, if there is an idol worship, when you ask your mom, why should I worship the idol? Why should I treat this idol as God? She will not have any answer because it is not based on any logic. It is just based on the faith. So, religious values cannot be questioned, whereas ethical values can be questioned because they are based on logic, reasoning, and critical thinking. So, they can be questioned. And religious is static. It will be transferred from one form of generation to the other form of generation through the process of socialization. Whereas ethics is not static, it keeps on changing with the development and the rational thinking. If the rational thinking develops in the individuals, even the ethical standards are challenged and they will be changed. New ethical standards are formed. And coming to ethics, it is an objective in nature, and religion lacks the objectivity because ethics will put off all the individual biases aside and it will judge the human conduct, whereas religion will lack the objectivity. One religion will have other beliefs and other religion will have other beliefs, so that it lacks the objectivity. It is a subjective concept. So these are all the differences between the ethics and religion. In today's generation, we can see some situation or some circumstances where even religion can be questioned because many principles of religion are questioned because of the increase in scientific temperament in the people, in among the people, and because of the increase in rational thoughts. Because of this, both even religious values which are discriminatory in nature, which are not according to the ethical principles, are being questioned by the people because of the increase in rationality. For example, Raja Ram Mohan Roy has questioned the sati practice, which doesn't have any legal logic or critical thinking behind it. But even though he's a religious person, but he will not lack any rationality. He will have that kind of logic when he is accepting certain things. Even you can see Vivekananda and Gandhi, etc., are the rationalists beside being the religious person. And even in the Christians, there are some group that is the Protestants. When you read the world history, you will come across this term Protestants. These actually challenge the blind faiths of the church, the monopolistic control of the church, because the church is just believing which are not logical in nature. So we can say in the Protestant form of Christians is also a something which is questioning the religious beliefs. And this Protestant ethics will actually speak about work ethics. This work ethics is actually a part of many different corporations nowadays. People believe in the Western society, people believe that there is a religious belief that one should not waste time or God will punish. So there is logic behind it, because if you are not working, if you are staying lazy, it is you who will get affected. So there is a logic behind this particular religious belief, so it can be accepted by the people. Because of these differences between ethics and religion, there are some conflicts which occur in the society based on ethical principles and based on the religious principles. Since society is continuously changing, there are changes in values. Okay, society is changing, because of which values are also changing. Because of this, this development is resulting in the tension and conflict between ethics and the religion. Okay, religion is based on the cultural practices, whereas ethics is based on logic and modern liberal practices. Because of these differences, it is leading to the tensions and conflicts in the society. And today, conflict between religion and ethics is also because of the conflict between the constitutional morality and the social morality. So you may get doubt, what is the constitutional, what is the difference between the constitutional and the social morality? So let us learn the difference between the constitutional and the social morality. constitutional morality is based on the norms of the constitution, whereas social morality is based on the social norms and social cultures. For example, in the constitutional morality, we can say DPSPs, Directive Principles of State Policies, fundamental rights, fundamental duties, and liberal and socialistic principles are the concepts. They are derived from the constitution. And there are social morality, which will be passed from generation to generation through the process of socialization. And constitutional morality, and the constitution will have rational and liberal principles, which are actually the universal in nature, which will be present throughout the universe. And social morality will be based on the objective feeling. It may or may not have the rational feelings. So this is the difference between the constitutional morality and the social morality. Because of this constitutional morality and social morality, there will be a differences in the ethics, and there will be differences in the what we say there will be the difference between the ethics and religion, because of which the conflicts and tension is arising. Now we have done with the religion and ethics, religious versus ethics. Now let us learn the new term, that is law. The difference between the ethics and law, that is ethics versus law. Law is nothing but it's an ordinance of reasons. It's an ordinance of reasons, and law will be enacted by the legislature. So it will perform the law enactment, because to protect the common good. In order to protect the common good, legislature will enact the law. Okay, law is an ordinance. Some of the characteristics of law are, it will show, like it will have sovereignty, it will believe in sovereignty, it will enforce uniformity for all the citizens, even if they didn't agree also. It will enforce uniformity, it will be enforced uniformly for all the citizens on the land. It will promote the common good. Law helps in preserving self and society. Even ethics will help in preserving the self and society. Even law will help in the preserving the self and society. Both will aim for the common good, and ethics will aim for the highest good, and law will aim for the common good. So, in spite of being some similarities, in spite of having some similarities between them, there are some differences between them. So, law is clearly defined based on the evidences. Evidences and examples will define the law. Whereas ethics is not clearly defined. Even though it is an objective concept, some kind of subjectivity is also present in ethics. Law is enforced by some part, that is, the legislature will enforce the law. But ethics will not be enforced. It's a moral obligation. Law maintains accountability of the state. It will help in maintaining accountability. And ethics deals with the responsibility side of the state. So ethics is the responsible part, which should be enforced, or which should be like followed by the state. Law is both in letter and spirit, and ethics is just in a spirit. There is no letter, it's not mentioned anywhere. And law is static, it will not change. Even the days change also, law will not change. It will have a change, but in a slow way. Ethics is flexible, it can be changed with the changing time, and because of the rational thoughts also, ethics will get changed. Legal conduct act as the highest standards in the law, whereas ethical standards will act as the highest standards in ethics. So these are the differences between the law and ethics. Because of the differences, there will be certain kind of conflicts. Now let us learn why this conflicts occurs between the ethics and law. Law will be based on, like law is framed based on uniform standard, so it won't take into a consideration of the exceptional situations. So there are some exceptional situations where we cannot we cannot follow the law, but law is obligatory. Like if we are not following the law, we will get punished. But even in the exceptional situation, we are forced to follow the law, because of which there will be a conflict between ethics and law. Sometimes different laws can be applied in the same situation, and law doesn't define what should be acted in what situation, because of which there will be conflict that arises. Sometimes law will not protect individuals moral or the ethical standard. For example, in some situation we will if you are a police officer, you won't like non-violence, like if you won't like violence, but you are obligatory because of the law, you should act in a violent way. If someone is going against you, you need to encounter them, you need to have certain kind of violence in you, because because it is a obligatory situation provided by the law. Even though you are not like willing to act in a violent way, because it is your ethical standard to not to act in a violent way, but law is law is forcing you to act in a violent way. Law is static, but according to time it should change, or else conflicts arises. Actually, because of the development in the society, there will be a rationality that increases. The rational thoughts will increases, because of which, if the law is static, if it is not changing, it is not abiding with the increase in the standards of the rational thoughts, because of which there will be a conflict between the rational thoughts and the law. Sometimes good quality of behavior will not have any legal protection, because of which people act as per law and not per ethics, and because of which they will end up in dilemmas. For example, you can say Savita case. Savita is a pregnant lady. If she is not aborted, she will die. But the country law says that Savita should not be aborted because abortion is illegal in that particular country. So, in this case, what happened is, doctor doesn't want Savita to die, and he want to abort her, but laws of that particular country is not allowing the doctor to abort her, because of which Savita has died. So in this situation he got a dilemma. He has an there is a conflict between ethics and law, because law is not providing any legal protection to him. If he is not, if he is aborting, he will have certain kind of punishment. So in order to escape this punishment, what he is doing, he is putting aside his ethical standards and he is only going towards the legal standards. So there will be a dilemma for him to act whether in a political ethical way or in the legal way. So ethics sometimes should guide legal actions. So ethics actually should guide the legal action, so that there will not be any dilemmas in the action that the person behaves. So we can say there are many similarities between ethics and morality, ethics and values, ethics and law, ethics and religion, and ethics and the social norms. Even though they are different, but totally they are not different. There are some laws, some norms which are common to these all. Okay, even though they are common, the relationship between them will differ. The ethics and morality will have different relation, ethics and values will have different relation, ethics and law, ethics and religion, ethics and social norms will have different relations. Ethics has strong relationship between all of them, although relations are always not same. Okay. Okay, we have come to the end of the lecture. So we have done with the relations of ethics with the religion and relation of ethics with the law. So that is it for today's class. And one important thing is, I have attached some screenshots on the screen related to the Vysh YouTube channel, where I am showing certain videos over here which are available free on the YouTube channel. There are so many foundational videos. There are some series which have already completed, like Spectrum series, Ancient Indian History series, some NCERT series, and there are free series which are going on now freely on the YouTube channel. Actually, these are all the part of the paid courses, but if we are not giving the proper feedback, we'll again get back them to the paid courses. So considering this, you need to subscribe to the channel if you have not yet subscribed, and like the video and share it with your friends, and leave a comment in the comment section, so that we'll come up with the new videos which are available free, which will be available free in the YouTube channel itself. So thank you everyone, and keep smiling always, and meet you in the next lecture. Until then, take care and bye bye.